Hey everyone, welcome to A Fistful of Dice. My name is Matt. In this video, I want to talk briefly about something that's been on my mind lately, about the game, about role-playing games in general, about the hobby, and that is our priorities as game masters and as players. The way I see it, if you really simplify a role-playing game, it can be broken down into three aspects of gameplay. There's fun, there's story, which includes things like character development, plot, quest lines and things like this, and the game itself, the rules, the mechanics. Those three things are really the three main aspects of a role-playing game. I get messages all the time from game masters, young and old, who are asking me about the importance of these three aspects. I let my players do this. Technically, that's not okay with the rules. Is that okay? Or, my players decided to do this instead of following the plot hook that I laid out for them. Things like this. They worry a lot about how to balance these three things and create a fun and also fulfilling experience for their players. The way I see it, there is only one way to lay these three things out in priority, and that is fun beats out story, beats out rules. Fun should always be the top priority. If fun clashes with the rules, if fun clashes with the story, that's okay. You don't want to forego the rules or forego the story, but for the most part, fun should be top priority for everyone at the game table. Everyone should feel like they are getting a chance to shine. Everyone should get a chance to feel like they are doing something heroic or evil, depending on the type of campaign that you're running. And the game master should be having fun as well, not being over preoccupied with how the story is progressing or how many rules are being ignored or how many dice rolls are being fudged. Fun trumps everything else at the game table. The next thing is the story. If a particular character's motivations or goals clash with the rules, that's okay. If the story leads off in a direction where the rules have to be kind of ignored for a second, that's okay, because story should trump the rules. And then finally, the game itself, the rules, the mechanics. Though they are the lowest priority in those three aspects, they should not be ignored. You should be able to find a way to, for the most part, allow the things you want to do to work within the basic guidelines of the rules. And if you're running a game like 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, for instance, the rules are very loose. They're very fluid. They allow you to make calls as a game master and propose things as a player that aren't necessarily laid out strictly in the book. Your players can really try anything they want to do, and you as a game master, using the basic guidelines of those rules, can come up with a way for that to be resolved with or without die rolls. I think it's important as game masters that we strike a balance between these three aspects of fun, story, and the game. And I do think that they fall in that order in terms of importance. I, as a game master, I am all about fun, which is difficult for me sometimes because I come from a writing background. I enjoy intricate plots. I enjoy deep character motivation and development. Character, that's really why I do this. I enjoy interacting with people's characters. I enjoy creating characters of my own, non-player characters and player characters alike. But I sometimes allow the story to override the overall sense of fun. And that's something that I need to work on as a game master, making sure that I can have the players have fun and have myself have fun, but also keep the story moving and progressing in a believable, enjoyable, and immersive manner. And it is possible. And the best way to make it possible is to not get hung up on the other aspects. Like I was saying, if fun conflicts with your story, it's okay. It's not going to derail your story completely. And in the long run, your players are going to enjoy the story more because they are having fun. Likewise, if you want something to happen because it makes sense within the story and you feel like it would be a fulfilling thing to happen within the story, within the plot, the greater plot of the campaign or the session that you're running, then maybe that should be placed more important than the rules themselves. A great example of this is the character of Dice in the Provokers games. Barker, who plays Dice, has sort of characterized Dice as a elementalist now. His spells are all ice themed. So even though he's firing magic missile, he's describing it as these shards of ice. And it's not applying cold damage. I don't change the spell in any way, rules-wise, but I allow him to describe it as an ice spell. And that is a example of both fun and story trumping the rules. Fun because the character of Dice is really able to make these spells his own and make them very thematic and unique for his character. And at the same time, it's progressing him as a character. It is characterizing him. So game masters, dungeon masters who are worried about knowing all of the rules for their particular game that they're running, who are worried about stopping the game to have to flip through the rulebook to look things up, who are worried about their campaigns derailing, who are worried about their PCs not going in a direction they envision, who are worried about railroading their players, don't worry so much. Because as long as your players are having fun, that's what's important. As long as your players feel fulfilled and engrossed by the story, that's what's important as well. And as long as you are not cheating your players out of the basic rules of the game, that's what's important. So always remember, fun trumps story, trumps rules. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Take care. Happy gaming all.